Welcome to THIRUKKURAL English Couplet. We have come to the chapter number 30. We have already completed 29th chapters. Now we are coming to the 30th chapter called the Truth. Why me? This very important chapter in THIRUKKURAL. I have translated THIRUKKURAL as THIRUKKURAL English Couplet. This is the same type of translation done in 4 plus 3 word. I mean using two sorts of grammar called Kural Vanba and couplet definition. I have made 16 headings out of 1330 Kurals in 133 chapters. Now we are in law. We are in law. This is called law, aspects of law. 28 to 37. Now we are in 30th chapter. You better go to my video, the introductory videos, which will explain more about the translation. Mostly this has been translated semantically. I have used the semantical approach to translate the Kurals, which are coming as couplets, using 7 words, 4 plus 3 words, having same metric, same syllabic meter in each line. I mean in 2 lines. Now we are coming to truth. First Kural, 290 Kurals we have completed. Now we are coming to 291. Kural number 291. Or we call it first Kural in 30th chapter. Truth is any utterance and any harm. He is defining truth. Whatever is defining truth. What is truth? Truth is any utterance sans any harm. Any utterance sans any harm means without any harm. Any utterance, any saying without any harm, that is called truth. He is simply saying truth is some saying which has no harm, which has no harm for anybody. That is the truth. Truth is any utterance sans any harm. That is called வாய்மை எனப்படுவது யாதெனின் யாதொன்றும் தீமை இல்லாத சொல்லார். He is telling like that. Truth is any utterance sans any harm. So what does it mean? Then he explains everything. That's why we are seeing all these Kurals in one video. Each video is interlinked with each other. One is interlinked with the other. That's why we are seeing all this in this way. Truth is any utterance sans any harm. So this is a definition. Now come to the next one, second one. Diplomacy aiming good cause is also truth. Now, whatever using a new word, which you can see in sorkuvai.com, maintained by Agaramudali, by Tamil Nadu government's website. Where I explained about this one. My research article is given out, published. There you can find this one. The meaning of all this, diplomacy. He is using a new term called poim. It is not poi, it's not may alone. It is poimai. Poimai. It's a new word invented by THIRUKKURAL. New word meaning diplomatic or diplomacy. In business language we call it diplomacy. In other languages, diplomacy in business language we use it. Euphemetic, in grammatical terms, euphemetic we say. And in the legal language we call it constructive truth or constructive delivery, constructive truth, all such. I given an example for this. If a lawyer is sending a notice to a particular person, the particular person having received the letter, the lawyer would report it as received. If the particular person doesn't receive the letter and he refuses sending it back, the lawyer will report saying that he has constructively received. That means he has refused, knowing the content of the letter, constructively received. That is what diplomacy, constructive truth, and we call it euphemism in grammar. and in so many other words we refer to that one. Whatever is using in Tamil, there is no such word in Tamil except this one, poimai. That is why people started thinking like this: truth can be, lie can be also truth. How can lie be a truth? So even our common sense will not accept that term. Truth, it's defined. After defining truth, how can we say that lie is also truth? Lie is another one. So lie cannot be truth always. I mean, it cannot be true. Lie is a lie, truth is a truth. But some other thing is coming in the in between. That's called poimai. Poi is poi, that is lie. Truth is truth always. Truth cannot be a lie, lie cannot be a truth. But poimai is a diplomatic language. That is truth in spirit. We call it truth in spirit. In a literary sense, it's truth in spirit. That aiming good cause. Always it is aiming good cause. But a lie aiming at good cause is not truth. It's a lie. Whether it aims at good cause or wrong cause, it's not so. See, for example, if a murderer going to a court tells a lie that he has not committed any murder for his good cause only, will it be a truth? Can it be considered truth according to this Quran? Because he is aiming at good cause of getting a good judgment against, getting a judgment in his favor. So it doesn't mean that it's truth. Truth is always truth and lie is always lie. But another one, poi mai, poi plus mai. I mean truth plus lie. Half truth, half lie. No, poi and mai. It's a new coined word which is aiming at good cause, which will always aim at good cause. So truth, you cannot speak truth always everywhere. No, you should not tell lie at any time, but you can use diplomacy everywhere. That is what it means, because it will always be aiming good cause. Diplomacy aiming good cause can be said anywhere. Truth, I mean, if it would cause some harm, cannot be said. We should not say truth if it would cause some harm to a particular person. You should not. You should not tell lies for any cause, but we can use diplomacy, aiming good cause always. So we are allowed to speak out diplomacy, aiming good cause at any time, at any cost. I mean cause, for any cause. Aiming good cause, because it's aiming good cause. Truth may be harming sometimes some people. See, for example, we are taught like that and we are trained like that. We are from the beginning of your life, we are taught like that. A 3-year-old child going to bathroom, coming out, telling the mother in front of so many people what she or he did in the bathroom will be not good for everybody. The mother will teach the girl or boy, only 3-year-old, doesn't know what to say, what not to say. But the mother teaches that child, small child, not to tell her that, tell some other way. Teaches not to tell exactly what he or she did. Advising the child to tell some other way, either in English or in Tamil or whatever language. He or she is taught to tell in a diplomatic manner what he or she did. Even in this age, small age, we are taught like that. This will go on, and we will be growing. We will be growing with that teaching. That's why we are making diplomats in the countries. They will not be telling all the truth all the time. They will not tell lies, but at the same time they will be using diplomatic language, whereby they will be convincing other country heads that they are for them. They will be helping them this way. So he is asking us to use this diplomatic language. Diplomatic causing good is always, it's also truth. He is calling this also truth. This diplomacy also truth. But truth cannot be used all the time. Diplomacy can be used all the time. It's not a lie. So if you take one side truth, another side lie, in between this diplomacy will come to the side of truth, not to the side of lie. So we can use it very confidently, this diplomacy, thinking that it is also truth. I can give you one more example for this because it's very important in the whole 1330 Qurals. And this happens. Example, I can give it from so many ways. In John 7, chapter 7 in the Bible, Jesus Christ came to this world to give his life for the people. It is written in the Old Testaments. Now he has come, he is there with his disciples. 12 disciples are there. It is explained in chapter 7 of John, Gospel of John. So once there is a festival, festival of tabernacle. This festival is celebrated, and he has to go for this festival. It is also written there in the Old Testaments. Now his disciples have to, the disciples are with Jesus Christ, and they go and ask Jesus whether he is coming with him for the festival. Jesus, seeing these disciples, cannot say he is not coming for the festival, because he has to go. So he cannot tell a lie. So he is not telling lie. And if he is going with them, these people will betray Jesus Christ before his time comes, because he has to do some ministry in the world, and he will be crucified after that. That is already written, and he has come for the purpose. It is written there. So he cannot go with them, lest these people will betray him and he will be finished there. So he doesn't want to go with him, with those disciples. If he says to these people that he would not be coming with them, what will happen is these people will be offended. They think that my guru, my teacher is not coming with us, he is offending us. They will think like that. So he doesn't want to do that also. So he doesn't want to tell the truth, and he doesn't want to tell a lie. Now he is using a diplomatic language. He is using we have to be very thorough with grammar. For court language also, we have to be thorough with grammar. We have to use our diplomatic languages in the courts. Thereby we have to win over. It looks like so far, those people who don't know grammar may think that this is a lie, but it's not lie. Jesus says, I am not coming now. These people, these disciples who are not well versed up to that time, after that they become well versed. After his death, they become very, very knowledgeable. Before that, they were under training. They were not well versed. They thought that he would not come with them. So they went alone, thinking that he is not coming. But Jesus went after them without telling them that he would be coming. Without their knowledge, he went there. He also participated without their being with him. But he didn't. They thought that he is not coming. But he said, I am not coming now. Now means now, it's an adverb. I am not coming now. They think that he is not coming. But he says, I am not coming now, this time. Afterwards I will come. That implies this meaning. Afterwards I will come. That is left off. Because he doesn't want to offend them. Truth is any utterance and any harm. Diplomacy aiming good cause is also truth. So he is telling the diplomatic, he is using the diplomatic language which is leading to truth. So these people go there and he is also going there, and both of them attend. Those people attend and he also attend. They come back. So this side verb is helping. So grammar is important for this diplomatic language. That's why I'm explaining this way. And third one, lie not from heart lest to heart dysfunction. And the third one and fourth one, both are scientifically true. Lie not from heart lest to heart dysfunction. Fourth one, lie not from mind to inherit the world. These two things, because of this in Tamil it is said, Tannanjerivudu poyirka poithavan tannanje thanaichudum. Lie not from heart. How can we lie from heart? Lest heart dysfunction. I mean, we can feel about and we can say lie. If you do that, heart will, lest heart dysfunction. Because it is said, 1, 2, 3, this time in the night, our endocrine system starts functioning. Our brain stops functioning. All the time our brain is active. What is it? Doing its work. But in the 1, 2, 3, if we go to sleep and we are spiritual, we will be doing transcendental meditation, something like that. It's a time of prayer, they say. Why? Because it's a time of REM sleep. It's a deep sleep time. That time, it's very important time where we will be dreaming. That dream will come true, they say. In science, even the psychologists, they say. Scientifically, it's also proven. It's a kind of theory. In many aspects are theories only. Sometimes it's also proven. It's proven theory. Where people who dream that time, if they could remember that, they would act accordingly. But most of the people, they don't remember what they saw in the dream. This 1, 2, 3. This time our mind stops and our endocrine gland starts functioning. That time, endocrine glands means 7 glands are there, especially the pineal, pituitary glands, all such glands. Especially this time, the pineal gland will be functioning. This time, the pineal gland, nobody knows how the pineal gland alone, other 6 glands they are able to tell about, but except the pineal gland. This function, when it starts functioning, it has some link with the external or the outside surroundings or atmosphere. This atmosphere is being perceived with the pineal gland, and which gives some type of secretion to the heart, and the heart will start functioning correctly. If it doesn't give proper secretion, the heart will lack functioning properly. That's very important for the heart's functioning. It should not function or dysfunction. Sorry, it should not dysfunction. So pineal gland is very important for that functioning. That is why the thought coming in the heart is spoken of in the Bible in Proverbs 23:7. As he thinketh in his heart, so is he. That is why it's spoken of. You dream a dream. That dream, if you could remember, you will be like that. You will be becoming like that. You could come like that. But otherwise you cannot. Why? Because you don't remember, or your pineal gland is not functioning properly. Thereby your heart with dysfunction. That is what is explained. This is prophetically or scientifically explained by Thirukkural. Thirukkural could do that. Why? Because I have given it in my introductory video, and in the book, if you could read my book, THIRUKKURAL English Couplet, this book, where I explained about this one, these Kurals, I read it out for you. Valvar has an insight in astronomy, mathematics, geology, chemistry, physics, etc. Though I cannot write all of this, I have given 2 Kurals depicting deep insight, knowledge on medical science and psychology for better understanding of my translation. Lie not from heart, lest heart dysfunction. Lie not from mind to inherit the world. When scientists speak about heart, they say that during 1 to 3 a.m. our endocrine functions start. When the function of the brain stops, this time we are able to know about ourselves completely, which is the time of heart and pineal joining through a secretion. A chemical secreted from the pineal enters into the heart. During this time, if we are in dark place and asleep, non-REM sleep, that is a non-REM sleep, melatonin also secretes. If we tend to voice out against what we are practically experiencing, it will make our heart dysfunction. Scientists know all this just 200 years back. But how was Valvar able to visualize all this? Answer is hormonal secretion that could tell him all that he has said. This the same way, the next Kural, that is 294, can also be explained. This has a lot of things to do with psychology also. If you start analyzing on Valvar's medicinal knowledge, we can establish an alternative medicinal system like Unani, Ayurveda, Siddha, Yoga, Bible medicine, etc. So I have given an introduction about this in the introductory video also. You can listen to that, watch video or read out what is given in the description. So we have completed first Kural, second Kural, third Kural, fourth Kural. Now we are coming to the fifth one. Truth in spirit is better than charity. Truth in spirit, that is diplomacy, is better than charity itself. Charity is very important, one as explained by Thirukkural, but he is now telling that charity is not that much better when compared to truth. Truth, as he explained, diplomacy is also truth, and truth something for good cause, not harming anybody. That's important, that is better than any charity. Next Kural, prizes for speaking truth lead to virtues. So when you get prizes, admiration from others for speaking truth, which will lead you to virtues, you will be earning more virtues. You will become virtuous. Seventh Kural, truth after truth suffice sans other virtues. If you are speaking truth after truth everywhere, that is enough for you. You need not get other virtues. It will be giving you the virtues. Eighth Kural, water purifies body and truth purifies soul. How the water purifies our body? The same way, truth purifies our soul. Body is purified by water and the soul is purified by our speaking truth. Next one, no lamp except learned's lamp of truth. எல்லா விளக்கும் விளக்கல்ல சான்றோருக்கு பொய்யா விளக்கே விளக்கு. If you are very particular about truth, that is the lamp. That is the lamp showing light to the world, not any other lamp. Only the truth is known as compared to lamp. This is the 9th Kural. 10th Kural, the last Kural of this chapter. Amidst all seen things, truth alone surpasses. Truth alone will surpass. Which will surpass truth. Amidst all seen things, whatever you see, that will not surpass. Only the thing, truth alone surpasses all things, all seen things, because truth is not harming anybody. Truth is any utterance or any saying which is not harming anybody. Diplomacy is also truth. That is a truth in spirit, which is aiming at good cause. That is also truth. So truth is among all things is important and more than everything, and it surpasses everything. It's going beyond every virtue. So this is the most required and wanted, needed virtue, as Thirukkural says in chapter 30, called truth. Thank you.